Hey everyone, and welcome to day 16 of our 30-day yoga challenge. My name is Candace, and today's practice is for neck and shoulder relief. So a lot of the time, whenever you feel tension in muscles, it could be due to muscle weakness. So if you're someone who sits at a desk all day, or has a baby that you're holding, or just generally sits very rounded, what happens is the tissue and the muscles in the front of your chest and shoulders becomes overactive, and the tissue and the muscles in the upper back and shoulders and neck can become weak, and that can create the feeling of tension. So what we'll do today is do some release for the tissue in the front of the chest, do some stretches, and also do some activation for the back body, just so we can feel that balance from the front and the back of the body. So for practice today, we do need a strap. If you don't have a strap, that's perfectly fine. You can use a belt or a rolled up towel or something of about this length that you can hold up about shoulders distance apart, a little bit wider. So if you need to grab whatever it is that you need, we're gonna start in a comfortable seated position. So we can just start with your hands on your knees, sitting up tall. Let's roll the shoulders back and down. And close the eyes or soften the gaze, come into the breath. Keep rolling the shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together as you come back. And then rolling the shoulders back and down, soften the shoulders down. Keep lifting through the crown of the head, slight tuck of the chin. And you can keep the eyes closed if that feels good for you today. If you want to blink the eyes open, we're going to take our hands to our collarbones. So if you can take your hands and find your collarbones, and just in the very front of your collarbone, we're going to take our fingers and pin them down underneath. So you're going to tuck your chin down, find your collarbones, press the fingers into the collarbones, pull down on the skin, and pin your fingers underneath of the collarbones. Tucking the chin, take a breath in, keeping the mouth closed, keeping the fingers where they are. As you exhale, keeping the mouth closed, lift the chin forward and up. Very slow. And next breath, dropping the chin back down, readjusting your fingers, kind of pulling down slightly on the skin, pinning the fingers down underneath of the collarbones, dropping the chin. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, bring the chin a little forward, keeping the mouth closed, slowly bring it up, lifting all the way. And bringing your head back to center. Take your left hand down and slightly back behind you. Take your right palm to your chest. It's best if you can touch your skin. So if you have a shirt, kind of bring it underneath. And we're slowly just going to press the fingers and massage into the front of the chest, working your way towards that left shoulder. As you get towards the left shoulder, press down and slide the hand towards the shoulder, manually pressing the shoulder back in space. So you're kind of massaging through the fascia and the tissue in the front of the chest. We can return back to center, walk the fingertips over towards the left, walking them across your chest. And then we can take all of the fingers, press, slowly slide the hand towards the shoulder till you get to the shoulder, gently press it back in space. Let's do that one more time. Come on back. Give yourself a little massage in the front of your chest. And then press all of your fingers into the chest as you press and slide the hand towards the shoulder. Come on back to center. Right hand comes behind you. Let's switch sides. Left hand comes to your chest. Slowly start to walk the fingers over, just pressing, massaging through the front of the chest. And then gently, as you come towards the edge of your collarbone, press and slide the hands towards your shoulder. Back to center 2 more times. Gentle massage. Lovingly, gently Pressing the fingers, sliding them towards the shoulder, pressing the shoulder away and back. One more time here. And then we'll come on back to center. Release the left hand down beside you, sweep the right arm up, flip the palm towards the left. As you exhale, soften the left elbow, little side bend towards the left. We're gonna bend the top arm, take the hand behind the head, grabbing the palm behind the head, lifting the the elbow up and back, leaning the head back into the hand. Inhale, come back up. Switch sides, right hand comes down, left arm up, flip the palm towards the right. Little side bend, soften into the right elbow. As you lean over, bend the top arm, bring the hand to the back of the head, lifting the head up, leaning it back into the left hand. And then we'll inhale. Come on back up, shifting forward, releasing your seat. Come onto the hands and knees for a moment, and we're just gonna come straight onto the belly. So you can come onto the forearms, walk the knees back. Bringing the head down, bringing the forehead to the mat. As you bring your forehead to the mat, untuck the toes, press into the tops of the feet. We're gonna take the hands, bring the palms to the back of the head. From there, as the hands are on the back of the head, can you lift the elbows up off the mat? Just gently placing your hands there. Then as you lift the elbows, you can feel the shoulder blades squeeze together slightly as you start to lift your gaze up. Keep squeezing the elbows up and back. And you might only come up just a teeny tiny bit, or you might be able to lift up a little bit more. Keep squeezing the elbows up and back. Maybe you lift your gaze. Exhale, come down. 2 more like that, lifting the elbows, lifting the head, lifting your gaze. Exhale. Inhale, lift the elbows, lift your gaze. And exhale, we're gonna come down. Take the left arm, extend it straight out beside you. Turn your head to face the right, tent the right fingertips, bend the right knee, take a breath in, and as you exhale, roll yourself over towards the left. And just finding your edge there, just stopping when you feel like before it becomes too much. And if it's too much, you might know it's too much because you're clenching your jaw or holding your breath. The right foot might just be hanging out in space, or maybe you can get it down to the floor behind you. And exhale, come on back to center. Right arm extends out to the right. Turn your head to face the left. Tent the left fingertips. Bend the left knee. Rolling over towards the right. And exhale, come on back to center. Go ahead and plant your hands beside your chest. Press into the palms, come up into a tabletop position. Find the wrists somewhere underneath the shoulders, knees somewhere underneath the hips. Shift the weight into the left hand. Inhale, sweep the right arm out and up. Exhale, thread the right arm all the way under, resting the shoulder down onto the mat. Left hand can stay where it is, or maybe you walk the left hand forward out in front of you, tent the fingertips if that feels good. Kind of press into the hand to rotate the chest a little bit more. If it feels good for you, you might take the left hand up behind the back, maybe going for a little bind. One more breath. And then wherever that left hand is, go ahead and take it back down. Plant the palm under the shoulder. Press yourself back up to that tabletop. Planting the right hand. Inhale, left arm out and up. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right. Soften the shoulder, soften the head down. Right hand, take it forward. Keep it where it is. Maybe take it up behind the back. whatever works for you today. And next exhale, press into the right palm, return it back to where it was. Press yourself back up into that tabletop. Bring your knees in, bring your knees together, heels together. Go ahead and sit back on your heels. If this is not great for you, sitting on your heels, find a comfortable seat, whatever works for you. Grab your strap or belt or towel, whatever you have. I'm going to turn and face you for a second here. So we're going to take the strap, pull it somewhat tight, a little bit wider than shoulders distance apart. Take your arms up overhead. So as you pull it tight, you can feel the shoulders kind of plug down. Take a breath in, lengthen up through the arms. I'm going to turn back. And then as you exhale, can you pull the arms behind you, pull the elbows down towards a cactus position. The strap or belt or towel is going to come behind your head. Squeeze and melt the shoulder blades down the back. You can lift your heart slightly, feel the shoulder heads pull back. Inhale, extend the arms straight up. Exhale, round through the upper back. Bring the arms forward, straight out in front of you. Press through the shoulders. So you're stretching, separating your shoulder blades here. Inhale, come back up. Take the arms above your head. Exhale, bend the elbows. Squeeze the shoulder blades down the back as you pull the strap down behind your head. Inhale, come up. Exhale, round forward, press through the shoulders, separate the shoulder blades. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale, elbows come down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, press forward and round. And now come up, release, set your prop to the side. Sitting up tall, we're gonna take either hands just resting beside you, or you can even take your hands to your hips or clasp the hands behind the back. If you have your hands clasped, we're gonna roll the shoulders back in space, lift your heart, pull the arms over towards the right, and hook your hands on your right side waist. If that's not great for you today, just keep the hands where they are beside you. From there, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. So your hands are over towards the right, right ear to right shoulder. If your hands are down beside you and you are looking for a little bit more sensation, you can take your right hand to your head, just gently guide it over a little bit more. We'll inhale, come back up. Take the arms back behind you if you have your hands clasped. Take your hands over towards the left. Hook your hands on your left waist. And exhale, drop left ear to left shoulder. As you inhale, bring the head back up. Release your hands, bring them down beside you. Tuck your chin down towards your chest. Keep your chest lifted. Stay here. If you want to give yourself a little massage once again, sometimes I like to take my hands to my neck and my upper back and just kind of press into the muscles. Give myself a little massage, lovingly and gently, compassionately. Bring the head back up to center. If you're sitting on your heels, we can release that seat. Find a comfortable seat, crossing the legs. Sitting up tall, taking the arms out to the sides, cross left arm over the right. Either just give yourself a hug here and bring your hands to your shoulders or your shoulder blades, Or we can continue to wrap the arms, finding eagle arms, bringing the palms towards each other. You might lift the elbows or tilt the hands away from the face. And then we can release. Whatever way your legs are crossed, cross the opposite shin in front or on top. Extend the arms out to the sides. Exhale, cross right arm over top of the left this time, either just giving yourself a hug or continuing to wrap the arms, finding the palms together, finding eagle arms here. And you can lift the elbows, maybe you tilt the hands away from the face. Just notice how it changes, the stretch, and find a stretch that feels good for you right now. And then exhale, release. Take the hands down onto the knees or the thighs, closing the eyes down. Notice sensations in the body. Feel free to stay here as long as you need or as long as you have time for, continuing any type of movement practice or just enjoying a few moments of stillness before moving on to the rest of your day. And if you're ready to close your practice, we can take our hands to heart center, bowing first to yourself in gratitude for giving yourself this time on your mat. And slowly blink the eyes open. And thank you so very much for joining me in practice, and we will see you again tomorrow.